Hi, this is Ammon with Ventures Truck Parts. Today we're going to do a teardown video on a coil spring Super 60 front. This axle is set up the same way it would be in your vehicle. I'm standing behind the driver's side. We're going to take apart one side. This process is the same for both sides. We're going to go over the tools that you're going to need to get this teardown done. First tool is a T27 Torx Bit of some sort. You're going to need a pair of deep reach snap ring pliers. These are really important to get this job done. It will make getting the snap ring off of the outer axle shaft much easier. This is a regular set of snap ring pliers. You can see the difference. The handles are a lot longer. It allows you to reach into the wheel hub the distance that you're going to need to go. You're going to need a 5/16 or 8mm socket for the ABS line, a 13/16 or 21mm deep socket for the wheel hub assembly nuts, a hammer of some sort. We're going to use a 1/2-inch impact gun for ease of use. You could also use a ratchet if that's all you have. And you'll also need a crowbar or prybar of some sort to get the axle shaft out of the axle housing. Okay, so the first step that we need to do is take out the three T27 Torx Bit bolts for the locking hub and remove the locking hub. For ease of use, making the video, we've already removed the caliper, rotor, and tie rod. Okay, so after we've taken those 3 Torx Bit bolts out, you'll probably either have to use a hammer or a screwdriver to break the locking hub free from the wheel hub assembly. Once you've done that, you pull on the locking hub body and slide it out of the wheel hub assembly. This is what your locking hub should look like. This one looks like it's in pretty good shape. No broken parts. Okay, so the next step after we've taken the locking hub out of the wheel hub assembly is to get a snap ring off of the outer axle shaft. This is where these long reach snap ring pliers that I talked about in the tools come into play. Without these, this job is going to be really hard to do. So if you can take your snap ring pliers, you'll see that there's a snap ring with 2 holes in a groove in the outer axle shaft. You're going to want to get your snap ring pliers set up inside the snap ring holes. So this is the snap ring. You can see the 2 holes that the snap ring plier has to line up with. When you get your snap ring pliers in there and spread it out, you can get it out of the groove in the outer axle shaft and slide it out. You'll need to remove this to be able to get the wheel hub assembly off of the outer axle shaft. Okay, so the next step after we've taken the snap ring out is to remove this ABS line that's attached to the axle housing and the steering knuckle. This ABS line traces your brake line down to the wheel end. So there's 3 8mm or 5/16 bolts, one here, and one here. We'll remove those so that you can take this ABS line off when we remove the wheel hub assembly. So we'll do that now. So now that that's free, we can take the wheel hub assembly off. Alright, the next step after we've taken the ABS line off is to remove 4 13/16 or 21mm nuts on the back side of the steering knuckle. There's one here, and 2 in the same spot on the opposite side. So we'll do that now. Okay, so now that we've got all 4 of the nuts off, this is a little trick that you can do. If you look at this nut, it's flanged, so it won't slide inside of a deep socket. So if you take a nut and put it back on the stud and thread it on enough that you can just barely see the top of the stud, so you've got enough thread. Slide your socket back on and take your hammer and tap on it, and then do the same on the back side. And then take those nuts back off. You can see that you've got a gap here between the wheel hub assembly and the steering knuckle. You should be able to grab the wheel hub now and slide it off. Okay, so once we've used that method with the nut to give you a gap on your wheel hub to the steering knuckle. Should be free enough now. You can just use your studs for your wheel. Grab those and pull the wheel hub assembly out of the steering knuckle if you just wiggle it a little bit. And the wheel hub assembly and your dust shield will come off at the same time. They are two separate pieces. So here's your dust shield. It gets sandwiched between the wheel hub assembly and the knuckle. And then you have your wheel hub assembly with the 4 studs. This is where the 4 21mm or 13/16 nuts were threaded on. Next step is to remove the axle shaft out of the axle housing. To be able to do that, you need to have the steering knuckle turned face forward. So you want to have it with the hole for the tie rod straight forward. And then you'll have to remove the axle shaft. Just as a note so that you understand, there is not a C-clip on the inner axle shaft inside the differential, so you do not have to pull the differential cover to be able to remove the axle shaft. Next step is to remove the axle shaft. This is where the crowbar or prybar will come into play. There is a 90 degree step machined on the inner axle shaft right where the dust seal is. You can get your pry bar between that step and the axle housing. You can use the axle housing to pry against to get the axle shaft through the steering knuckle. Once you've popped that free, you can grab the outer axle shaft and the inner axle shaft and slide it out through the center of the steering knuckle. And as you can see, there's not a groove machined into the inner shaft for a C-clip or anything. All that does is engage the spline with the side gear. We have the parts laid out in succession how they would be placed in the axle, seals and U-joint. This is the wheel hub O-ring. It would fit on the wheel hub here. We have the 2-piece vacuum seal that presses onto the outer shaft. That's this seal here. We have a U-joint. We have this available in a non-maintenance and also a greasable version that would fit in between your inner and outer axle shafts here. We have the dust seal. This is the revised updated dust seal. This presses into the axle housing. That would fit on the axle shaft here. We have the inner tube seal. This seals off your differential fluid from running down the axle tube. The lip of this seal would seal off against this machined surface on the axle shaft. That's this seal. And then we also have the pinion seal. This would fit between the axle housing and the pinion yoke from your front drive shaft.